Hi everybody, I'm Craig Power with Power Realty Advisors coming at you from Hingham, Mass. And today's question is, how much house can I afford? How much house can I afford? Well, let me start you off with a little disclaimer here, okay? Because we like to keep it light on our YouTube videos, try not to get too heavy. If you've been watching, you know I like to have a good time, but let's face it, this is heavy subject matter in a way. Buying a home is one of the biggest financial decisions, especially your first home, in my opinion, one of the biggest financial decisions you'll make in your lifetime. To start this video, I want to say we don't want our clients to be house poor. You don't want the house to own you. You want to be able to live your life, go out on the weekends, enjoy a nice long vacation and plan for that. Of course, I don't want to kill your enthusiasm about buying a home. There just shouldn't be any illusions. It's an emotional process, and our thing, we just don't want anybody to put the cart before the horse. That's all. In a perfect world, hopefully you don't have to buy a house at the very tip top of your budget. Getting back to our question here, how much house can I afford? I have two very important numbers for you. I'm going to call them magic numbers for you. 28 and 36. The numbers 28 and 36. Now, to calculate how much house you can afford, your mortgage lender is going to weigh a few significant items. Your household income, your monthly debts like auto loans and credit card payments, and then the money that you have available for a down payment. The most important stat here is your debt to income ratio. So think about this. This is your total monthly debts versus your earnings. Everyone should care about their own debt to income, whether you're house shopping or not. Caring about your debt to income, or you may see it abbreviated as DTI in some cases, that is really the first step in getting approved for any sort of mortgage or personal loan. It's a huge part of your overall financial snapshot. It doesn't matter if you're already living in $1 million home or if you're sleeping on your mom's couch. The first magic number here is 28%. It can vary, but your housing expense shouldn't exceed more than 28% of your monthly income. Keep that number in mind. Let's give you an example here. For example, let's take a $100,000 a year household, and we're going to break it down to the monthly. So nice round number for you. Let's break that down. $100,000 a year divided by 12 for each month. So that comes out to $8,333. That's what I have here. Now let's multiply that number, $8,333, by 0.28 for 28%. And what I'm getting here is $2,333.34 per month. That is 28% of the monthly income for a $100,000 a year household. I hope that makes sense. So remember, this is only based on your housing expense specifically. So that would allow for a mortgage payment of $2,333.24 to achieve a debt to income of 28%. And when you're calculating debt to income based only on the housing expense specifically like this, this is what's actually referred to as your front end DTI, front end debt to income, if you ever hear that expression. That brings me to our second magic number, which is 36%. That represents your total debt. So that includes your mortgage, but it also includes your student loans, credit cards, auto loans. These items are what's referred to as your back end DTI. Let's do this. Let's go back to the $100,000 a year household that I have here, and their monthly gross income was $8,333 per month. Under the 36% rule, that would allow their total debt payments to go up to, hold on, let me hit this here, $2,999.88 per month. Again, that's factoring in everything. Going back to today's housing market, this is why it helps so much when interest rates are low. It's fueling our local market right now. When your interest payment is lower, you're able to get a little bit more room to breathe up against this ceiling. Plain and simple, you're able to buy at a higher price. And it's also easy to see it calculated by month too. So much of what we do in our daily lives is actually month to month, so it's easier to visualize. Now, the 28% rule and the 36% rule are not hard and fast rules invented by lenders and used universally. That's not the case. You can still get a loan if you're outside the threshold. It's that these are well-known debt to income markers, and I would call them ideals. Now, if you want to buy a home and you want to ignore everything I'm saying about not overextending yourself in the process, which by all means you're welcome to do it, you may be thinking right now, hey, what's the maximum debt to income I can have while still getting approved for a mortgage? Now, I've always known that number to be at or about 43%, give or take. I am not an expert in mortgage products, okay? This is not my area of expertise. I'm not a mortgage broker. We do have mortgage brokers that we work closely with, okay? So take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. I would say ask them, and of course, if you'd like to speak with them, send us a message and I'd be happy to link you up. On the topic of qualifying for a loan and the way debt to income plays a factor, I've been a part of deals where during the underwriting process, the lender has gotten back to the borrower and they've said, hey, we're close on your loan, but we're bumping up against a debt to income issue. So a lot of the times when you're getting approved for a loan, they have all these boxes that need to be checked. Verification of employment check, verification of income check, whatever. And they may get back and say, hey, we're not able to qualify you based on debt to income. As long as it's close, they usually have some creative solutions to offer. So, hey, we can pay off this debt over here to bring you underneath the ceiling. We can lower your insurance premium over here. And they'll get you into the required debt to income to qualify you for the loan. Now, I guess there's probably the opposite of that too, where maybe they made an early miscalculation during your pre-approval on maybe part of your salary was expenses or bonuses or something. So I suppose that's possible too. The moral of the story is you should care about your debt to income ratio. It's absolutely one of the most important things about your overall financial picture. And it also says a lot about your ability as a borrower. I know some people are great about their budgets. I'm pretty good about our Mint account these days. I like using Mint a lot. Every once in a while I go back through and recalibrate and refresh everything. And it can actually get pretty extreme here. I have notes all over the place, notes pinned to my computer. I look like I'm hunting the Zodiac killer. I'll probably edit that out. One other key thing, we didn't talk much about credit score here, and that has its effect. It affects the way a lender looks at you as a borrower. If you keep track of our videos, you know a lot of what I'm talking about here is eliminating debt. We say, screw the credit card companies, screw revolving credit. Revolving credit's a waste of energy. Credit card companies are the enemy. And I do believe every bit of that to a point. I mean, credit card companies certainly are your enemy if you're watching this right now. That's what I believe. I've come to feel pretty passionately about getting rid of that type of bad debt. And I'm sure I have more videos on the way where I'll be talking about student loans and how they've affected the housing market. But with that said, when it comes time to buy a house, your credit profile, your FICO score, that stuff all matters. If you don't have any form of revolving credit, it's only going to make the process harder for you. One of the boxes that needs checking is going to be your credit score. And they're going to look at you and they're going to say, hey, this person, do they make payments on time? Do they have anything in delinquency, anything in collections? Or how much credit is available to them at any given moment? All of that factors into how much house you can afford. Thank you for watching our video today. We're hoping to do a lot more of these coming up. I'd love to do at least one a week. Who knows? NFL season gets canceled. Maybe we'll call it 2. I am looking for suggestions for video topics, so please fire away. You can always find us on Facebook or Instagram or just email me, direct message, anything like that. I look forward to hearing from you. Have an amazing day.